is Jess, and as 2016 is coming to a close, a lot of people are doing videos where they're talking about 16 exciting things that they did during the year or 16 things that they learned. So instead, I decided that I would do a video where I talked about 16 unfortunate things that happened to me during 2016. Number 1, I was forcefully kicked in the face when my friend put an empty water bottle on top of my head and tried to kick it off and missed terribly. Number 2, my friends and I were on a road trip and drove significantly out of our way to go to a donut shop that I really wanted to go to that was on my donut bucket list, which I have. I'll do a different video about that later. And we got there and they had closed like 5 hours early because they ran out of donuts. Number 3, I've talked about this in multiple other videos. I was given a ticket because an airplane supposedly saw me roll a stop sign. Number 4, I've also talked about in a previous video. If you want all the details, you can go back to my 5 Seconds of Summer sound check video, but all of the things leading up to sound check with the whole line drama and getting stuck in the rain, and then the fact that I was so close to getting to ask 5 Seconds of Summer a question and then I didn't, that was all very unfortunate. Soundcheck itself was amazing, but all the events leading up to it and not getting to ask them the question were very unfortunate. Numbers 5 and 6 go together. They both happened while I was on the leadership retreat for the radio station that I work at on campus. So first I was stung in the butt by a wasp, and then about half an hour later I ended up popping my knee out of place so badly that I ended up having a limp for 3 to 4 weeks following the event. Number 7, I was forgotten at my own going away party. They had a going away party at work for myself and one of my friends who are both going to LA next semester, and the person who was supposed to take us home forgot us, and everyone left us at our boss's house with no way to get home. Number 8 is also a work-related incident. I had to compete in the Celebrity Farming Olympics in the town that our radio station is in, and just everything about it was extremely unfortunate. It was all these middle-aged people and then me, and we were paired up with other local celebrities, and the person that I got paired up with was like 3 times my size both ways, and one of the things we had to do was like a human wheelbarrow thing, and I have very poor upper body strength and I literally could not move myself at all, and all these people from my school were like surrounding the event watching me not be able to push myself up enough to walk 2 feet. Number 9, I went to 2 different state champs shows, and both times they were sold out of the hats that I wanted. So the lesson in that is don't look up the merch before you go to the show because it'll just end in disappointment. Number 10 was just a couple of weeks ago. I was half an hour late to my family Christmas party because I had to go pick up a bunch of food and beverages for a work event, and while I was on my way back, this giant container of coffee from Tim Hortons tipped over and spilled all over the back of my trunk. There was like a huge puddle of coffee in the back of my trunk. My car smelled like coffee for 3 days and I hate coffee, so just that whole thing was extremely unfortunate. Number 11, I was walking around campus and my Vans shoe just decided to completely rip in half, and I had to continue walking around like that for approximately 2 more hours because I didn't have time to go back and changed my shoe at that point. And number 12 also has to do with me ripping clothing. While I was helping all of the freshmen move in this year, I somehow managed to rip my pants and didn't notice until after move-in was over, and I went to go to the bathroom and looked at my pants and saw that there was a giant hole. So who knows at what point in the day I ripped my pants and had just been walking around like that. Could have been literally the entire day, and no one either noticed or told me. Number 13, while my friend and sisters and I were outside of Hershey Stadium waiting for the 5 Seconds of Summer concert, I got on my friend's shoulders because we were just being obnoxious, and I fell and landed in this high up flower bed and was covered in mulch, and lots of people were giving us really dirty looks because we are supposed to be the mature adults around the 14-year-olds, but instead I was covered in mulch laying there on the ground. Number 14, I was trapped inside of a walk-in freezer. I had never once been inside of a walk-in freezer before this incident. My friend and I had to go get stuff for a work meeting. We were getting like a bunch of ice cream sandwiches and we were just storing them in the calf freezer on campus, and we went to get them and the door shut and it wouldn't open, and we were pushing the like emergency open button and the door still would not open, and we didn't have our phones on us, so I was just screaming, freaking out, thinking that we were literally going to freeze to death, and my friend decided to be the rational one and just tried opening the door for so long that we eventually were able to get it open and were free and did not freeze to death. Number 15, I fell down a giant hill outside of my apartment with a basket full of laundry and slid like Leslie Knope style down the hill with all of my laundry in the cold on the muddy grass. And the 16th unfortunate thing that happened to me was a little over a week ago. I got into an accident just a few days before Christmas, and it was a very minor accident. Like, it's really not that unfortunate, but all of the details about having to try and get my car fixed when I have to go to the other side of the country for 4 months with my car, and I'm leaving in like 3 days and I still don't have my car fixed, and trying to get a hold of the right people with the insurance companies to get everything fixed is just a hassle and not a fun time. But on the plus side, the guy who hit us ended up getting arrested because he had an outstanding warrant. So really, I would like to think that I helped advance the justice system. So those are just 16 of the countless unfortunate things that happened to me during 2016. If you like this video, or if you also had unfortunate things happen to you this year, make sure you go ahead and give the video a thumbs up, and also go subscribe if you have not already. Thanks for watching, and stay gold.